Ryan's project, it's this idea of a ghost shop, of a shop that's a reflection of something that once was, as I understand it, a nod towards the urban degeneration of city centres as well. I think that's a part of it. But the project itself, I mean, there's been a plethora of objects to make. Anything from little coffee cups with tea bags in them, all in clear glass, fast food packaging, straws, pens, Beck and Shop pens, Beck and Shop slips, cheese plants, pedal bins, crisp packets, carrier bags, plastic bags, all sorts of things you might see in a disused shop, that's just been almost like abandoned. CCTV cameras. I've made a few of those, which have been quite fun. And each one really requiring a huge amount of input. And again, with this one in particular, really using the facilities that we've got within the National Glass Centre and the University of Sunderland, and some really, really great personnel as well, all of whom happen to be alumni of ours as well. Working on the more architectural side of the project has been Erin Dixon, who's led a team which has involved Tom Jordan and Anna Selway, who are all students from our university. Jade Tapson's done all the screen printing. She's another product of the university. So again, it's been that lovely, really small team of people, but a real tight group where we're intercommunicating, looking at what everyone's doing, and trying to make the objects so they all match each other as well. So, these betting slips which have been screen printed, they then come into the hot glass workshop, and I physically screw them up with a hot glass process. The cheese plant's another fantastic example of a collaboration. So to begin with, I make lots of flat discs, like plates. I then gave them to Erin, who waterjet cut them. They then come back into the hot glass studio. They get preheated again, and then I pick them up on a fairly sort of like floppy molten bit of glass that I can then stretch these leaves out to make the plant itself. So again, a really, really good sort of use of all the facilities that we have to produce what's going to be a very dramatic artwork. So I think with Ryan's project in particular, I say, we've used lots and lots of the resources, but it's really stretched everything that you can do. I like the idea that it's capturing a moment. You're looking through and this place has just been abandoned. You can see the frustration of somebody screwing up a lost Beck and slip, and throwing it in the bin. But actually, it's all made from glass. That's the craziness. But with window glass in particular, it's what we call incredibly short as a material, so it doesn't hold its heat for any time, especially when it's only 2 millimeters thick, which is what this sheet glass is. So because it doesn't hold its material, you have to work incredibly quickly. And it was so labour intensive to actually screw up one of these slips. It's a really, really mad, flat out process, because you have to work so quickly to get the folds in really quickly as you can, and then you've really got to break it off gently, otherwise you end up breaking the whole thing. So, really pushing the limits of what you can do with the material, and I think pushing the limits of the whole team, the broader team of people who've been working on all the projects, but certainly the larger team that have worked on Ryan's project. It's really, as I say, it's utilised all the resources, but really, really pushed the limits of what we can do, and also I think as a result of that, it's really opened up a whole new world of what's possible. What's possible with the material of glass, what you can do. You can make it look flat, you can make it look three-dimensional. You can blow it up into forms that look like a pedal bin or a fire extinguisher. Utilising lots of other parts, and water jet cutting, flame working, everything that we've got, we've used, a big screen printing department. And the result being, it's pushed us, but also I think it's pushed the scope of the confidence of what we can do, with the National Glass Centre's facilities and with a really good team of people.